All right. Hello and good morning, everyone. I am so excited to have you here with me this morning. You guys are here a little bit more before I'm ready, but we're going to make it work. So, we are getting ready to dive on in, and I will finish creating that all in just a few moments. So, this morning, we are going to be talking about law of attraction and manifesting, all kinds of good stuff. So let me go ahead and do the formal introduction and then we'll dive right on in. How does that sound, guys? All right. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me for Coffee with Christine show. I'm your host, Christine, and I am the Manifesting Queen. I am here to show you everything about manifesting and self-care and law of attraction that you could ever possibly need to really start creating the life that you want, the life that you deserve. And it all starts, surprisingly, with self-care. And I'm excited to throw you guys down the rabbit hole with me. You guys can come on down and hang out with me and learn all the tips and tricks that I have to offer that include self-care, law of attraction, manifesting, and abundance, and living the life that you dream without being overwhelmed, without feeling guilty, and without adding ridiculously excess to your day. Short, quick, easy, and it's amazing, and it changes everything, I promise. So this morning, I am sipping on my Quackers coffee with my pumpkin spice creamer. I had to think about that. My pumpkin spice creamer. And today's topic is Frisky Friday. Every Friday, we're just here to have fun. We're here to show love and just enjoy it. We're going into the weekend. We survived yet another work week. And I don't know about you, but I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for this weekend. We've got some really nice things planned, and I really look forward to doing that. So quick update while I'm shuffling the cards. Miss Luna is doing pretty well, but again, we're still going to need some supplies. So if you guys want to join me for the tarot reading next Wednesday to raise some money for supplies for her, that would be amazing. I would love to have you guys there. It's a 2-hour event from 10 to 12 where I'm going to do live readings for everyone who comes on. It's $4.99 to get on. It's a Facebook Live event, so it's right here on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, the link will be down below to the event, so that way you can join. I'd love to have you guys. I'd love to do readings for you. Now, when I say readings, I mean you would be getting the full life reading that I would normally do for like between $50 and $60. It's a 10-point card pull, and we assess 10 different points in your life, including love and finances, your relationships, your home environment, your overall life view, everything that you could ever possibly want. And you'll come out with a report based on what we read in the cards together. So it's for $5. We're raising money to help get Miss Luna some supplies and a new kennel, so that way we can keep her not in the bathtub and have her a little bit more comfortable. And then that way we'll be able to really engage her in her wellness, get her living a little bit better. She's struggling living in the tub. At least if we can get her into a kennel with a nice section, she'd have a little bit more room. We can get a little fence to put around for her, section something off. So we do need some help with that assistance. It would be great if you guys wanted to donate or chime in. Let me know. Reach out if you want to help and just donate. That would be fine too. If you can't make the event for the tarot reading session, that would be fine too. Just reach out to me and we'll set something up. All right. So that all being said, today's card is going to be. So when I'm doing my cards, I usually just kind of spread them out and just grab whichever one I feel is like calling me. I've seen some others like kind of shuffle through. I grab and I go. So today's card is the Knight of Spears. So the Knight of Spears represents the Spears is wands. It's fire, it's passion. So let me show you guys. I have Spears. So determination, it's the catalyst. So making a decision, being strong in the decision, but something triggers that decision. So when it comes to this is actually a really great card because it's Jaime Lannister riding in on his white horse, carrying a spear, ready for battle, so to speak. It almost looks like he's in a joust, but he's ready for battle and he's ready to go in and just he's charging on his charger, on his white charger. And say what you will about Jaime Lannister, he was a great character and a very stoic character. Hi, good morning. You know what? I need you to give me permission down in the bottom or string your permission, and then that way, because I see you commenting on here, but I can't say anything. It's not showing me your face. I'll show you what I see. That's all I see. I need your face. All right, sweetie, tell me what you're sipping. I'd love to know. If it's who I think it is, I know what you're sipping, but that's okay. So today's intent for the show is thinking about determination, focusing on a catalyst. Now, a lot of us make really big life changes or manifesting goals in the event of something major triggering us. We only make life changes when it gets too uncomfortable, right? But what if you can kind of change things up a little bit, and instead of thinking of manifesting as praying for something different or making something happen in your life, if we think of manifesting more as a game and enjoying it and being able to see how it works, almost like magic. It really does. One of my most recent experiences that I still absolutely love is back in February, March timeframe. I was working a job that I really, really wasn't crazy about. I was starting to get really bad migraine headaches. They actually had, they were reminiscent of stroke symptoms. So very scary headache symptoms. It's called a complex migraine. And my arm went numb, my jaw went numb. It was terrifying. I thought I was having a stroke. Turns out it's a complex migraine. There's more to it, but what ended up happening was I knew I was miserable and I was just trying to find a way out. So I was throwing my applications out all different places and just not really finding anything. But I was like, you know what? Let me just, military term, spray and pray. Just let me fire at will and see what shows up, right? So I got to the point where this headache scared the snot out of me. And I was like, you know what? Something has to change. Like, I'm not happy. If I continue, it's putting my health at risk. And if you guys know me and you know my history, I've already been there, played that game with putting my health at risk for work previously, or my mindset. I was content with being unhappy pretty soon. It manifests its way into your body. That's a whole different topic for a whole different day. But I've already been down that road where I've been unhappy. I've not been living my purpose. And I end up having to go through treatment for a disease that I don't give an it will not be named. I don't name it. I don't claim it. It's not mine. So I made the decision. I was like, you know what? In my head, I'm putting in my 2-week notice. I didn't even write the letter, but I wrote it down in my journal. I said, this is it. I'm putting in my 2-week notice. I have found a better job opportunity. It's paying much better. It uses my experience. It's using my skills and my personality to the utmost. Like, this is everything that I want to be able to contribute and to feel like I'm living my purpose. And I'm excited for that potential. And wouldn't you know, between 3 to 5 days, it was one or the other. I think it was 5, but within 3 to 5 days, I got a phone call saying, hey, we have a store manager position open for you. when are you available? I was like, what do you want me? Can you start tomorrow? Not really, because now I have to put in my 2-week notice. But if I had put in my 2-week notice in on the day I made that decision and that journal entry, it would have been exactly 2 weeks before I would have started. Sometimes listening to your intuition is amazing, but you have to make that intention. You have to make that shift mentally. Like, you know what? This is it. I've made this choice. I'm going all in, and to hell with everything that's standing in my way. And when you commit to that, we spoke about this earlier in the week. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, when you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen, something along those lines. I don't have it in front of me, so I probably butchered it, but you know what I mean. So when you're manifesting, it comes from being specific. It comes from being open to whatever may come. It's not saying, I need this and it has to happen here and this is going to be the exact way. How many times have you been like, oh my God, we need money, and then things start falling apart? Like your tire blows up on the side of the road and your kid's filling falls out, or, like all things start falling apart. Well, because you're unintentionally manifesting things that are going to require money, right? So I'm not a money mindset expert by any stretch of the imagination, but it's one of the easier topics to talk about. But how often have you been like, you know what, it would be so much fun to go and get my hair and nails done, and then the next week your grandma sends you $50 for your birthday, or just because, right? So you just got a trip down to go and get your hair and nails done on the universe because grandma was aligned with wanting to help you out. You know what I mean? So does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, guys. When you're open to the possibilities, manifesting comes easily. When you are open and playful with it, manifesting comes easily. Just the other day when we were talking about manifesting, and I said something about red cars, I'll be damned. On the side of the road was a little red kid's car, like one of those little Hot Wheel, like the ones that you sit in. It was on the side of the road with the trash, and I was just sitting there like, red cars. And it's funny because normally I wouldn't have ever noticed anything like that. But because we had just been talking about it, how weird and random was it to just see a random kid's red car sitting by the side of the road? So I would love to know, now that you guys have an understanding of what kind of experiences I'm talking about, I would love to know what kind of things that you've had happen. Last week we were manifesting feathers. I always wear feathers. I love feathers. You guys know me. I love my ducks. I love feathers. We have feathers everywhere. So for me, that wasn't anything that was going to be super poignant. But you start noticing feathers in places like in the jewelry section in Walmart, or you notice it on some advertising on your YouTube channels, advertisements and stuff. So it's interesting when you start keeping an eye out for things, how things start occurring more. So I want you to have fun with it. I would love to know what over the next few days you guys are going to be manifesting. I am working on gaining some new clients. I've been working really hard to really revamp my show, revamp my website, and lean into some of the things that I've learned about myself as a coach and as a person and as a woman. And the way I want this to happen is I want people who genuinely connect with me to share the news to people who might benefit from this. So if this is something that you guys like, you like showing up every day, because I know I love being here every day and spreading good words and love and caffeination. If you guys like it, just share the podcast. That's all I ask, because I really feel like Ever feel like you're on the verge of something? Ever feel like you've been working really hard and it's coming? And it's there and it's tangible. It's just you got to make it right around that next corner. That's where I'm at. I have made it my sole life mission to make a difference, to encourage people to live their best lives, to really find themselves feeling fulfilled. And I'm doing it in the best way that I know how. And that's with the stuff that I teach, because it's the stuff I created to help get my own life on track. And being able to do that and share it with other people, to be like, hey, you know what? I tried everything else. I developed something that works for me. I want to share it with you. And, and I think the misconception with the coaching and everything is, not everyone has time to do one-on-ones. Not everyone has time to sit down and do courses. And we're busy, we're insane, but you can take 15 minutes to listen to a podcast. You can take 10 minutes and watch a quick video. You can take a few minutes in the bathroom and journal for a moment or two, and that's where that happens. That's why I try to encourage accountability and small changes. It starts in the small changes. The daily routine that I have now, I've built up over the last few years. And it's just by tweaking and adding things that work and adjusting things that didn't. And my Sacred Life List programs and everything, I'll go into that and I'll cover it. But it's something that's important for me to make sure that the women in my life feel supported, have accountability, and also are encouraged to grow into themselves as women and reclaim themselves. Because I know so many of us have gotten caught up in the title of mom. How many of us, raise your hand, hey mom, how are you? And that's your identification, is mom. And there's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, it's still you, and you have to be you. And it's, we give our all for our kids. But how much time are you investing in yourself? How much, and it shouldn't take a catalyst. Shouldn't take something major and life-changing for you to want to shift that. If you want to be happy, it's got to start small. I recommend listening to the podcast every day. I'm here every day. And I have other resources. I will always offer other resources, outside resources to you guys too, because my word isn't be all end all. I know barely anything in regards to this. I know what I know, and I'm teaching you what I know. And I think that it's important for us to be able to pass that on to as many people who would benefit as possible. So that is my take for the day. And again, if you haven't, I want you to drop what you're manifesting this week, because I really want us to play with this. Oh, thank you so much, sweetie. I appreciate that. Let's tell me what you're manifesting. I want to know. So I am going to manifest white horses. This guy doesn't count. We're not counting him yet. So today's from here all the way into Manifesting Monday. I want to hear how many white horses you guys encounter, or pick whatever you want to manifest. I'm going to manifest money. I'm going to manifest money. We're going to manifest money. And that means doing a happy money dance anytime you come across a penny on the floor. Oh, good morning, Jasmine. Okay. Yeah, that's so funny. All right, sweetie pie. But yeah, what are you going to manifest, Jasmine? I would love to hear you. Okay, you're here and you're watching. We're going to have to set something up. You know what? Let me copy this. Give me one sec. We're gonna. I don't know if you want to, but I'm going to put you, you're coming in live with me. All right, click that link, join me live. We're doing this. Introverts unite, because I know that this is like a, and you can if you want. Don't feel pressured. I do that with knowing that my intentions will be absolutely wonderful to get in touch with you and try to set something up. But I get sidetracked. Your phone shows nothing. Okay. It is. That's so weird. All right. Okay. Oh, it's not letting me. Shoot. All right. Well, let me go. All right. You know what that means? That means it's not meant. We're going to have to set something up. Okay. Okay. You're fine. No worries. That's fine. I'll tell you what, though. We will definitely set this up, because if anyone has amazing insight to offer, it's Jasmine here. She has been she's been my girl from the very beginning. We connected in an entrepreneur coaching group, and she's over all the way in Australia, and she's just such an inspiration. I love seeing the pictures of her in Sydney and on the beach and just living her best life, and just absolute inspiration for everyone. So we'll get her. Yeah, we'll get her on here, and we'll do an interview with her, because she's so interesting. She's got so much great insight and wisdom and such a great story. And we'll set that up and we'll share. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and head on out. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Jasmine. Everyone else who's watching, hit hashtag live or hashtag replay, whichever one you're watching in. And I appreciate you all very, very much. Tomorrow is going to be Sipping Saturday. So, Jasmine, while you're here, I want your vote to count. Coffee or tea? I know I'm dividing the world. Coffee or tea? All right, and for everyone listening on the podcast, we are getting coffee for sure. That's how I know you're my soulmate, Jasmine. All right, everyone. So that's going to be a wrap on today. If you have a vote, coffee or tea, let me know in the comments. I am definitely wanting to know for sure. I know you guys are showing up for coffee with Christine, but I don't know if you're bringing tea or coffee. So tell me which one it is in the comments. All right. Go and manifest something absolutely amazing today. Thank you for joining me. Go and live with passion. And thanks for joining me for your daily dose of love and caffeination. Signing off.